Have you ever felt trapped in a specific identity, like you're stuck inside a perception box you didn't even design? Maybe you've always been labeled as the quiet one, the high achiever, or the person who just isn't creative. Most of the deeply rooted beliefs we hold about who we are and what we're capable of aren't actually our own original thoughts. They were shaped during our formative years through observational knowledge. As children, we absorbed how the world works not just through explicit instruction, but by watching how our parents and peers reacted, criticized themselves, or defined our boundaries. Over time, these external observations harden into an internal narrative that governs how we see ourselves and how we think others perceive us. Left unchecked, your brain accepts this narrative as normal and creates an optimized mental pathway to automate it. But there's a catch. Human biology comes with a strong negativity bias, meaning we react far more intensely to negative experiences and self-criticisms than positive ones. When you pair this negativity bias with confirmation bias, your brain actively searches for evidence in the outside world to prove your worst fears right. If you tell yourself you aren't good enough, your mind goes out of its way to confirm that story, keeping you locked in a self-fulfilling loop. The reassuring truth is that your brain doesn't have to stay stuck in this pre-programmed loop. Neuroscience shows us that as long as you have a brain, it possesses neuroplasticity, the capacity to change, adapt, and build new neural connections well into old age, whether you are neurotypical or neurodivergent. Reclaiming your mind starts the moment you bring conscious awareness to these automatic patterns. Think of your current mental habits as a smooth paved highway. It's effortless for your brain to drive down that road because it optimizes energy. When you decide to change a thought pattern or reframe a belief, it initially feels uncomfortable, like stepping off the pavement onto a rugged dirt road. But every time you consciously choose a new response, you clear the brush, install streetlights, and eventually transform that dirt path into a brand new highway. To build that new path, you can leverage a powerful human capability known as metacognition, the ability to observe your own thoughts as they enter and exit. When a negative narrative surfaces, instead of accepting it as absolute truth, step back and name it. Simply recognizing and labeling a thought shifts neural activity away from the emotional limbic system and toward your medial prefrontal cortex, the center for higher-order thinking and problem-solving. This simple shift takes the pressure off your emotional brain and strips away the narrative's control. You can also retrain your focus by actively seeking out small wins. Because your brain's default setting glosses over subtle achievements, intentionally identifying tiny daily victories forces your attention toward positive outcomes. Over time, this shines a light on alternative possibilities and rewires your internal radar to look for progress rather than limitations. You are never obligated to carry the stories, boxes, or labels handed to you in the past. Your brain is built for continuous adaptation. By watching your thoughts, interrupting negative loops, and treading new mental paths, you take back the steering wheel and rewrite your life on your own terms.